What is going on, Slay Baes? Welcome back to my channel. Now, I already know what you guys are thinking. She has her face done. She has her hair waved. I know, I decided to go for a completely different look in today's video. I really wanted to sit down and film, but I really didn't want to do anything too intricate. I really wanted to put together a look that was basic, simple, and straight to the point. So instead of doing a ton of eyeshadow, I decided to just do a wash of brown in my crease and a very thick, elongated cat eye wing. Also in today's video, I show you guys an eyeliner hack that will make eyeliner a little bit easier for you. So I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. It's very chill and laid back, so make sure you guys grab your drink, coffee, matcha, tea, whatever you drink. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into the video. All right, you guys, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. As you can see, my brows are done. Lids are primed with a little bit of concealer, but I'm definitely gonna go in with some kind of eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna use my P. Louise base here. This is in the shade Base 2. And the brush I'm gonna use to blend it out is this one right here by Real Techniques. It is a buffing crease brush, but I really love to use this to apply my eyeshadow primer because it's so big and it blends out the product like very, very easy. I'm not gonna put too much of this stuff on simply because I did put a little bit of concealer on prior to turning on my camera because I needed to carve out my eyebrows. So the primer I'm going to use is this one right here by Catrice. This is the Prime and Fine Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. This is a spot on dupe for the one from Smashbox. What is it called? I don't even remember, but I'll put it up on the screen. That one was my favorite primer for what feels like forever. This hydrates my skin like no other, and it gives me a really, really nice silky texture all over. You guys already know primer is really just gonna help out with the overall longevity, and I do like to go ham with primer, so I'm really gonna lather it on. I don't know, do you guys feel like primer is a gimmick? Do you feel like it works? If it helps, let me know down below in the comments. Let's have a little conversation about that because I know some people really aren't into foundation primers, but I stand by them. I believe in them. I feel like they work. I feel like they do a good job. Now to color correct, I will be using this right here by Pixi. This is the Brightening Peach Concentrate. You guys know how much I love this. I'm gonna take it on that same Real Techniques brush and I'm really just gonna concentrate it underneath my eyes. Also, I'm gonna put it around my mouth because hello, your girl got a mustache. And if you're new here, I feel like this peach color corrector really just combats all of my darkness. I don't know, today I'm feeling like I really want to go for something basic, cute, but still really, really pretty, like bold ass eyeliner, fluffy lashes, a flawless base, and just something very, very simple and user-friendly, but still like very much put together. I really don't film videos like this often, so I feel like it is a nice change of pace because realistically speaking, everyone's not gonna wanna put on eyeshadow every single day. So we're gonna do a really pretty intense cat eye wing and just kind of play it up a little with lashes. By the way, you guys, thank you for all the love and the sweet comments on my last video, the Get Ready With Me Q&A. While I know it's not as popular as like my drugstore videos, it was really, really personal and I feel like I really got to connect with you guys. I feel like whenever I'm doing makeup tutorials, I never really get to talk about myself, so it's nice to kind of break the mold, like get out of my little shell a little bit and just chit chat. I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot more of that over on my vlog channel because that is something we are gonna put our heart and soul into this year because I mean when we get a house I feel like it's gonna change things so much. Now that I have primer down, I am gonna go in with just like a little bit of translucent powder to really set that color corrector down. And the reason I like to do this is because I feel like it really sets it. So when I put my foundation on top, it doesn't like slip and slide throughout the day. I am going to take it like on a fluffy brush because you really don't need a lot of it. I'm using the Laura Mercier powder, by the way. I haven't used this in so long. I'm trying to reach for more old favorites. This was like my tried and true for so long. So I wanted to crack it back open. I'm also going to take some of that translucent powder and use it to set my eyelid because I definitely don't want that to crease. That is not a pretty sight. Also, I did switch up my skincare routine recently, and I feel like my skin is reacting very, very well to it, which makes me extremely happy. You guys know my skin fluctuates a lot. Like, I get really bad acne, and then my skin clears up, and then I get really bad acne again, or I go through a period of time where my skin looks incredible. So I'm really happy with my current skincare routine. I switched back to using the Skin Fix Lipid Serum, and while it doesn't like get rid of acne, I feel like it's really, really helping with my skin in such a weird way, because I always felt like I needed to use like acne specific products in order to get rid of my acne, but I feel like acne specific products can be very, very drying on my skin. So I'm really taking the necessary steps to hydrate my skin, and I feel like it's reacting really, really well to it. Hello, foundation. Did I even tell you guys what I was using? I am using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is the dewy version. It has become one of my personal favorites. And I'm gonna take a sponge to blend it out. I am using the Beauty Bakery sponge. It comes in like a little egg carton. It is so cute. And it comes with a lot of sponges for like 18, like under 20 bucks. So definitely check it out. I do kind of feel like I'm like beating myself up with the sponge, but it blends out the foundation really nicely. All right, you guys, so now that my foundation is nice and blended out, I am going to move on to concealer. By the way, let me know what is your favorite like current foundation at the moment. I feel like I've been talking about the Wet n Wild one forever now, but I want some recommendations on some new foundations to try. It doesn't have to be a drugstore, it can be high-end. Let's just chat it up in the comments. For concealer, I will be using this one right here by NARS. I have not used this in such a long time, and the shade I'm using is Canal, and then I have another one here in the shade Creme Brulee, so I'm probably gonna mix the two. Fun fact, when I first started out on YouTube, this was my tried and true. It's what I would always use underneath my eye. So it's kind of nice to revisit old favorites. Speaking of old favorites, I really want to film a video where I reflect on like old favorites and I use them in like a full face makeup video. Let me know how you guys would feel about that. Would you be into it? It would definitely be a mixture between like affordable and high end, because I want to say back when I first started my channel, I felt like you really needed to use high-end makeup on YouTube, but I later found out that that wasn't the case and that you could get very, very similar looks on a budget. But I think it would be cool, like really, really nice to just reflect and think back. I'm gonna blend this out with that same sponge, the Beauty Bakery one. Oh my goodness. That coverage though, I am into it. Like really into it. Although I did put a little bit of powder on my lids, I am going to take this concealer on the lids as well. Why not? Why not? I'm barely putting anything on there anyways. But that concealer blended out so nicely. Wow, I really miss that concealer. I forgot how good it looks on the skin. And it's also not too light for my complexion right now. It's actually a really, really nice shade for me right now. I have like a piece of hair on my face and it's literally bothering me. Do you see it? Do you see it? I need to get it off. Like, it tickles. I'm also gonna take a little bit of Creme Brulee, which is the lighter of the shade, and I'm just gonna take it right down the center of my face to highlight. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with a little bit of loose powder and I'm really gonna set my under eye area in place. I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Again, definitely like a throwback product for me, but I kind of miss it, which is why I'm using it in today's video. I'm also gonna take this all over my eyelids because we do not want creasy eyelids at all. I'm gonna take this down a little bit further. and really just set things in place. Now, I'm not really baking with this as much as I am going in and really pressing the powder into my skin, just because I do feel like I get more of like a flawless effect. When I leave the powder underneath my eyes, I feel like it gets very, very crepey, and that's not something I'm into. I have like a little crease happening here. I feel like it's important to blend this out, because if you don't and you set it with powder, it's gonna stay creased literally all day. So make sure you look up and then go in with your powder. It's kind of hard to do and talk at the same time, but you guys get what I'm saying. I don't think I'm gonna do really any eyeshadow, and if I do, I'm probably just gonna dust some like in my socket to give me a little definition, but other than that, I don't see it happening today because I'm lazy, super lazy. Now that I have powder literally all over my face, I'm gonna go in with pressed powder. I'm gonna use this one right here by Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Complexion Powder in the shade Light Beige. Now, fun fact, the Too Faced Born This Way Liquid Foundation is one of my top high-end foundations, right next to the one from Hourglass. Like, I love it so much. So when I originally tried this out, I was like, I was blown away. I was like, wow, this powder is great. Like, it really mattifies the skin, but it doesn't ever look too heavy. Sometimes I talk way too fast, or my mind thinks faster than what my lips could speak, so I trip over my words. Sorry in advance. I am so sorry. Also, a little trick I like to do, especially when I want my powder to lay flawless, is I'll take my sponge, I'll take like the opposite end of it, and I'll swirl it around that powder, and then I'll really start pressing it with the sponge. I just feel like it gives me really, really great coverage. I used to do this method a lot with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder, but I recently ran out of it. I did pick up a backup though during the Sephora sale. Let me know what you guys got from the Sephora sale, if you picked up anything at all. I would love to know, like, well, what are some recommendations? Like, did you buy makeup or did you buy skincare? I feel like more times than not, I always go in and I buy skincare during the sale, because for me personally, I'll splurge on skincare before I splurge on like makeup, because I have so much of it. But this time around, I needed to really restock some of my favorites, like my Hourglass foundation and also my Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I picked up a new powder from Pat McGrath. I'll have it listed on the screen. I'm very interested in seeing how that looks underneath the eyes, because I saw Katie talk about it on her story. So I was like, I need it. Since we're working on the face, let's actually go in with bronzer. I will be using this one by Milani. You guys know I love, love, love this one. This is the Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Suntan. Could not think for a second. I'm gonna take this and just bronze up my skin. Like, I'm going for a very like full on coverage base, bronzy, but like still like put together kind of. Does that even make sense? Just play music, please. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I did put my hair up. I'm sure I cut that out of the video, but my hair is up now because it was in my way of bronzing. I'm gonna take this brush right here and more of that bronzing powder, and I'm really just gonna like cut my cheekbones, because Lord knows I put on a little weight during this quarantine. I need the gym, I need to exercise. Lord, please. Come out with a vaccine. I'm also gonna do a little snatcheroo to my nose. I'm gonna go back into that bronzer with an M441 by Morphe, and I'm gonna take it like right in here, like right in the socket, and really pinch the bridge of my nose right here. I'm not gonna do this too much though, because I'm really not going to focus on the eyes, so I don't want it to be like too dramatic. And then whatever's left of my brush, I'm just gonna take it in my crease. All right, so let's move on to blush. Now I have a couple blushes here from Catrice. These are the strobing blushes. I have this one right here, which is in Mrs. Summer Peach, and then I have Mrs. Rosalie Berry. I don't know. You guys know I'm really into a peach blush. I'm gonna go in with Mrs. Summer's Peach, and I'm gonna take it on my blush brush by Smashbox that I love, so smile. Anytime I do somebody's makeup, like freelancing, I'm like, smile, and they're like, I'm like, fake ass smile. But I get it. I'm gonna take a little bit of this on my nose too, and then a little bit more on my cheeks because I love, love, love blush. Now, since this blush has like a little bit of luminosity to it, I don't think I'm gonna go in with any highlighter at all. By the way, I'm just drinking iced coffee. I've been obsessed with the chameleon iced coffee, like the vanilla brew with a little bit of almond milk creamer. Bomb, like love it so much. This is like my second cup of the day. I know, super bad. I need to stop, but I can't. I can't. Okay. Anyways, moving on, let's talk about liner. Now, the best way I know how to do liner is with eyeshadow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a guide with eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this like $3 palette by e.l.f. This is the Pumpkin Pie Bite Size eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna trace it out with like the light brown, and then I'm gonna go in with liquid liner over top, just so that way I get the perfect wing right off the bat and I don't mess up at all. Because my base is done, it's gonna be a little bit hard to save the liner if in fact I do mess it up. So that's a little tip. So again, taking that light brown on an angled brush, I'm gonna start really like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the darker brown instead of the light brown just so that way I can see it a little bit more. And I'm going to start tracing out a guide for my wing. You can even do eyeshadow for liner, whatever you're into, but I definitely wanna do like a super matte black liner for this look because I haven't done it in a while. Not gonna lie, tracing out my eyeliner with eyeshadow was a little difficult, but luckily because it's eyeshadow, I can go in and kind of like fix any mistakes I made. I did make a little mistake, so I just took my sponge with a little bit of the foundation on it and I kind of just like erased it. Got rid of it. But I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop liquid eyeliner. It is pretty good. The only thing I don't love about it is that it's not extra matte. Whenever I do my eyeliner, I love a very dark all matte eyeliner. This one isn't it, but if you have an all matte eyeliner, definitely use that because it looks so much better. Now that I have liner on, I am gonna go in with some false lashes. I'm gonna use these right here by Lily Lashes. These are in the style Mykonos. Yes, Mykonos. I really want a lash that's very fluffy and just like flirty. So I'm gonna pop these on really quick and then we'll finish off with the rest of the look. Now I'm gonna go in with my tried and true nude eyeliner. This is by LA Girl. This is the Ultimate Eye Intense Auto Liner in the shade Super Bright. I'm just gonna put this in here for more of a bright-eyed effect. Also, you guys, I did take on a new hobby of doing dip nails during quarantine. Like, this is my first full set. I decided to do like a chrome ombre and I went ham with the jewels on this nail right here. I got a little carried away. Honestly, I always wanted a nail like this, but I never wanted to pay for it when I went into the salon. So I just ordered a bunch of gems and stuff off of Amazon and then I did it myself. It was honestly a lot of fun and very therapeutic. It really just took my mind off things and allowed me to think about something else other than makeup, because you guys know I film videos all the time, so it was a nice change of pace. If you guys are interested in what I used on my nails, I will actually have everything listed down below. But I also kind of want to do like a nail video and show you guys like how I did this, because I'm really proud. I'm gonna go in with just like a little bit of shadow on my lower lash line. Like, I'm gonna smudge a little bit. I'm gonna use this brush right here by Sephora Collection. This is the number 15, and I'm gonna pick up that light brown from within the palette, and I'm just gonna smudge it closest to my lower lash line. So just like right here. Ooh, that adds like a little something to the look. One thing I want to point out is that whenever I use that Laura Mercier powder, my eyes tend to water. I don't know what's in the powder that really just irritates my eyes, but I noticed it because my eyes started watering over here like right before I started to do eyeliner, and the only thing different I did today was go in with that Laura powder. Kind of strange, kind of weird, but I think honestly that's why I stopped using it to begin with. I'm gonna go in with a smaller blending brush and pick up that light brown from within the Bite Size Mini palette, and I'm going to just take a little bit and just put it right here in the socket now that I have lashes and liner on. You can totally skip this if you don't want any eyeshadow, but I just want a little bit of definition. Now this step is totally optional, but I want to add a little oomph to my inner corner. So I'm going to go in with a loose highlight. This one is from e.l.f. It is the Nabella collaboration. This here is a spot on dupe for the Jaclyn Balm highlighter, like her loose highlighter. Don't sleep on it. It is really, really good. I'm going to spray this with a little bit of fixing mist. You can use whatever you want. I'm just going to use this right here by Glow Recipe. Again, one of my favorites. I said that in probably like 3 videos now, but it has slowly become one of my favorites. I'm gonna take that highlight and just boop. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? So good. I know I said I wasn't gonna put on any highlighter, but I already got it out. It's here. I'm gonna take a little bit right here. I'm not gonna bring it down onto my cheek. I'm gonna keep it pretty high on my face. But first, I'm gonna spray my face with the Dewy Mist, or what is this? This is the Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist, and it is super fine. I like to kind of spritz my face with a little bit of setting spray before I go in with highlighter because I feel like it's a little bit more like poppin', beamin', bright, you know? So I'm gonna tap off and I'm gonna put it right here. Ooh, we live for a pop and glow. And then of course, forehead, tip of nose. Okay, let's talk, oops, making noise. Let's talk about lips. I am gonna go in with this lip liner right here. This is in the shade London by NYX. This is the Suede Matte Lip Liner. It's one of my favorites. As you can tell, it is pretty small. I am gonna just line my lips with this and kind of feather it in a little. Alright, and to finish things off, I'm gonna go in with a nude lipstick, of course. This is by L'Oreal. This is a part of their Age Perfect line in the shade Glowing Nude. It is such a beautiful, like, glossy nude. I'm obsessed with it. I'm gonna put it all over. And again, I'm gonna go in with that Ultra Fine Glow Mist by Glow Recipe, and we're done. And just like that, Slay Baes, this right here is the final and completed look. It's basic, simple, and straight to the point. Literally no eyeshadow on my eyes. I also hope you guys enjoyed that little eyeliner hack with the eyeshadow and then tracing out and filling it in with your liquid eyeliner. I feel like it makes it a lot easier to actually do eyeliner. And for me, like, I don't dread doing it when I outline it with eyeshadow first, but that's me personally. If you guys try out the hack, let me know if you guys love it down below in the comments. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, y'all already know what to do. Press that like button and let me know what other videos you guys want to see from me. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free and it will mean a lot to me. I love you. I don't think I have much else to say except I will talk to you guys all on the next one. Deuces.